Welcome back, everyone, to Bomber and Griffin. Apologies in advance if this is another messy one because I've forgotten my notes today, so I'm strictly going off memory. I don't know if you have any notes at all, do you?
No, I never write notes. I always go off of memory.
Just the stuff that burns and stays in the back of your head like a donkey punch.
Yes. That's how I remembered the Cats film so vividly.
This is a killer way to start off a podcast about a kids' film today.
Absolutely.
Alright,
And what kids' film is that, perchance?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Not the long haul, the original one.
Yes. Now, did you think this movie held up to today?
Yes, I do.
I did too. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
I remember loving them as a kid, the original three, and I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure.
right.
Yeah,
I never watched the first two, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, no,
I
there was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then there was Roderick Rules, and then there was Dog
Yeah.
Days, and then a massive time gap, and then they made the long haul with the new cast,
Okay.
which we don't talk
I
about.
forgot about Dog Days. I
Yeah.
remember Roderick Rules because that's the best one of the three. Kind of
Yeah.
like how
But I'm pretty sure we watched.
Shrek 2 is the best
Uh,
free Shrek.
Oh well, I know one of them we watched together in the cinema, and I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, it might have. I reckon it was Dog Days.
Yeah, I reckon it was too. We were both 12.
Yeah.
Shit.
Actually, you would have been 13 because you're a year older than me. Or
Yeah, but
maybe
I'm-
I was 11.
No, you would have been 11. So we're talking about Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the original one. I enjoyed it heaps as a kid, and I thought it would be interesting to go back and take a look to see if it still holds up as well. It's like a film that adults can watch as well with their kids.
Yes.
I gotta say, I love Frank Heffley, and I love Roderick so dearly.
They are so good, dude. I love them. They're great. They aren't great in the long haul, but that's because they aren't themselves.
Yeah, that's after the whole,
I know. I have a funny story. You lent me the movie diary where it has all of the behind the scenes stuff.
yeah.
I still have it.
Thief! A criminal!
I completely forgot about that.
I never did.
I read
Um,
the first 6 or 7, and then I just stopped, and there's
Yeah,
like
no,
12
you gave
now.
me the one that has the behind the scenes things on the movies.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have it and I read it. And then you left Adelaide. And I've still got it.
So, I don't suppose you could pull that up and pull some wackadoo facts out.
I don't know where it is. If I can
come
find
on.
it, yeah.
If you could
I
steal it,
definitely
you
will.
could at least use it.
That's a good point.
That was a joke. I don't care that he's taken the book. Yeah, no, there's been some deep-seated anger for 10 years. But
Yes.
I finally put it to rest. God, this
It's
is so much harder without notes. Because I can't just peg the things exactly. I've got to try and remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes it more fun, more entertaining.
Yeah. So without the notes, we've got to try and recall everything that happens in the film. Alright.
Yes.
Well, let's just talk about a lot of the cast. I think Greg was done fantastically.
Yes, Greg was a pretty damn good choice.
I think it's Zachary. He's the actor who
Yeah,
played him.
it's Zachary Gordon. I just brought it up.
Yeah. And what I really appreciated with what they did with him in the film is they took a lot of the same things that make him what he is from the book, if that makes any sense. Like, he's not a perfect kid, and this isn't a happy, lucky-go Disney film. He's a greedy arsehole who thinks he's the best at everything.
Yeah, no, he's a complete dickhead.
Yeah. Like, extremely relatable.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
But,
when you're a kid, you're not perfect. No one's just
Yeah.
perfect. And
Well, maybe you weren't. But...
no, I wasn't. I know you were. I mean, you got like
Yeah.
a fucking Medal of Honor, and you met the Queen.
Yeah,
Just-
I got the Purple Heart.
Yeah, it was crazy the shit you got, but
Yeah.
you even cameoed in Spider-Man 2. When you
did,
said,
actually.
"Yo, he stole that guy's pizza," dude,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was me.
classic. That was killer when you did that.
I know, man.
I mean, the
When I
makeup was
was
unbelievable. You really
when
looked
I was
like him.
3 years old,
Yeah, you were 3.
I breakout role.
Now you're in the industry, but now you're undercover. It's kind of
Absolutely.
lowballing it for some reason. I don't know why. So,
I decided to live a humble life. With the
um,
peasants.
but I appreciate how they kept Greg very much like his original counterpart in the novel. Or
Yeah. It's
is it a novel?
very book faithful.
Yeah,
Um
I love the tiny splices of animation from the original
yeah.
drawings and stuff.
They work quite well.
So, Rowley Jefferson, I think it's about the best actor you could have chosen for the counterpart as well. Everyone,
Yes.
I think, yeah, that's what this film got right more than a lot of other movies that I
Yeah,
know.
the
Is that the
casting was
cast all
really
feel
good.
exactly like they do in the book. It's exact like, and I think especially with the parents, the actors really amplify and bring the characters from the book to life even more. I like them much more in the film. I reckon the film's better than the books.
Yeah. I enjoyed the books a lot as a kid. I read like the first 7 or 8.
Yeah.
God knows how many there are now.
Yeah, there's like 12 books now or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I dropped out after, what was it, the third wheel or something? That was probably about as far as I got, and I was like, alright, I'm not,
Actually, give me a moment.
because I know I
I
did.
have the third wheel right here.
Oh, really?
And it's the 7th book.
Seventh,
so
yeah.
So yeah, that sounds about right.
It's about as far as I got, but enough
Yeah.
about the books again. What do you think of
Yes.
Fregley?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly for me, he was not as bad as I thought he was going to be much worse than what he was.
Yeah, no, I definitely remembered him being a lot more cringe than he was.
Like it's still not great, but
Yeah.
it's not so fucking awful. You can't look at the screen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I know a kid like that, and I wouldn't want to stay at his house.
Yeah. That's basically right.
So I reckon the cast, characters, everything's pretty good, except for one cast member that I felt like just was not needed, and that's Chloe Moretz. I don't
Who's that?
the chick that's a couple years older than them that hides under the bleachers or something.
Oh. Yeah, that
Her?
weird.
The newspaper,
that weird chick.
the newspaper girl.
I don't remember her being in the books.
No, she's not. Not to my knowledge. She was new just for the film, but I don't think she was necessary. She was kind of there just to tell Greg that's stupid or that's wrong, or instead of letting him figure that out for himself. It's a good example is when he joins the safety patrol and thinks he's top shit, and then she's there straight away saying that's the low of the low. That's so bad and pathetic. When I think
because in the books he did it for a while, and then he realized, wow, this is actually like super lame, and nobody respects me at all.
yeah, well, I reckon it would have been much more effective if he's just walking down the halls on his own and everyone looks at him like, "What? Why are you joining the safety patrol, you idiot?"
Yeah.
So I just don't think she was
fucking
super
know.
necessary to the film. I mean, she does a
Yeah,
good
no, she
job,
really-
but she's kind of there just for the sake of being there. I'm not sure what their goal was with it either, whether it was to try and, I don't know, appeal to a slightly older audience as well, or fucking... I don't know. I don't know what they were going for. But, and she's fine. She's not bad or anything. I just don't think it's necessary. Otherwise, everyone else is great. Patty.
Yeah, no.
Patty's... I forgot about Patty until I started watching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's just as crazy. I love the line. She's a girl. Why do I grab her? It's fucking tackled.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
The film did not take long for me to start laughing. Straight, the first one was, what's that smell? I can't even identify it. Even Roderick's mum Susan, when she busts Roderick from the magazine in front of his band, it's just great. What do you think about women in this magazine? She's like feminist before feminist sort of thing, like a hardcore one. And then Roderick, oh, I'm sorry, women. These bands start clapping. It's fucking gold.
Yeah, Roderick and his band are like the best characters in the books and the films.
I can't wait to
They're
ever talk
amazing.
about a second one if we do. I love Loaded Diaper, the van.
Spelled wrong.
Yeah, I know. What a band name. Loaded.
I know, right?
Loaded Diaper.
Pretty epic.
I don't even think diaper is spelt right, is it? It's not, is it? I can't remember.
No, it's not either. It doesn't have an A.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. I'm pretty sure they have umlauts over the I as well.
Yeah. But I love that it feels like a very real family dynamic. It's not perfect, but then there's still moments like where after the school play and everyone's kind of busting Greg's balls about it all, Frank's there to be like, you know what, I think Patty deserved it. Try and make you feel a little better.
I'm reminded of that scene in Spider-Man 3 when Peter goes, he deserved it, didn't he? Yeah.
But I've come a long way from being the boy who killed Uncle Ben.
Yes. I love that video.
That's a whole podcast on its own.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I absolutely fucking love the scene where it cuts to Greg's future and he's sitting there like a model with this long hair, and one of the other students is like supposed to be cleaning his dog's poop.
Yeah. That's
Absolutely
very
love.
book accurate.
I fucking love that scene. Just the dubbing, like his voice hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
But you know, that's exactly how you'd probably imagine it as a kid.
Yeah. No, that happens a lot in the books if nobody's read them.
But yeah, I definitely think the film stands on its own very well without needing to see the books at all. It's not necessary
It's
or needed.
Very good in its own right. Something that can't be said for the long haul. Have you actually seen the long haul?
No, I haven't.
I watched it.
What?
God, it was awful.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I watched it like when it came out in cinemas. One of my mates offered.
Oh, fuck. Bless your soul.
Yeah.
I hope you get well soon. This is worse than the coronavirus. Sorry, bit much.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't let, you know. Now, speaking of the coronavirus, though, we have to talk about the cheese touch.
I was gonna. All right, yeah, we'll just go straight to the cheese touch.
Because that's early on in the film, anyway. We skip past it a bit, talking about the play and stuff.
Yeah, well, I was gonna talk about how what's it, Gupta?
Chirag Gupta.
Chirag Gupta.
The war criminal.
What? War criminal. Yeah, awesome. So I watched the film with my youngest brother, and I wanted to get his opinion on the film as well. You know, having a kid watch it as well. And Chirag was his favorite by far. His favorite line of the film was surprisingly, The kid's favorite line was, "Good God, man!" He just thought that was absolutely killer.
I love that line. Good God, man! You almost got the cheese touch.
And now, yeah, we'll talk about the cheese touch. So, I love how overly dramatic and serious they take it. Like, the music, and like, if you stop and think about it for a sec, when the cheese touch is left, the exchange student's got his hands against the back window of his car screaming as they drive away. Like, what? And took the cheese touch with him. Damn, that shit's heavy.
I know.
So
it was really ahead of its time.
It really was. I feel like this is a kids' film that got kids before a lot of other films did. Like, even with
the child actors are really good.
Yeah, they are. They're all outstanding.
A lot better than like the fucking Harry Potter films.
Are you gonna eat us? You remember the kids in the hole?
Yeah. The whole children.
Even I think Rowley's new best friend could have had a little bit more development, but fucking.
I mean, in the book, like that character was only there to give Greg motivation to get back with his boyfriend. His boyfriend Rowley, of course.
Yeah, they wear matching suits to school and everything.
Yes.
Kissing. I think you're onto something here.
I absolutely am.
But I will punch some holes in your theory, okay? He does have this thing for Holly Hills eventually. So, maybe he's bi.
Thanks. Yeah. In the books, at least, he never got with Holly Hills. So he probably just, banged Rowley as a substitute. Made him wear a wig.
What the fuck? I do not even want to think about that. That's fucking awful. What's wrong with you? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? These are kids.
No, I mean when they're... What's Jesus?
What, you mean when they're in college?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I wonder how much bigger Rowley would have gotten.
Well, big chungus here.
Okay, we should shift the topic of discussion a bit.
Yes.
So, what's the moral of this story? It's that, I guess, don't lie and feel like you're better than everyone else.
Yeah, don't touch cheese that's been on the ground for 6 years.
Yeah, fucking hell. That cheese, man. Ooh.
I'm surprised it wasn't just part of the ground by that point.
I'm surprised it just wasn't, eaten a lot by ants and shit.
Nah, not even ants want to go near that shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Alright, so, what else happened? I love when it's like, you'll be the shirts and you'll be skins. Why are we skins? He just wants to make kids like us feel bad. That's fucking gold.
Yeah.
I love that blunt honesty. You just don't get it in any other kids' film.
Yeah, you really don't.
Kids aren't perfect. Even with just the dynamics that flow between each character are very seamless and feel very real, which helps when there has to be emotional weight behind any character at all.
You can definitely, because the thing is, reading the movie though, I remember certain things, the actors for Rowley and Greg were actually good friends, just, on set. Yeah. So that really helps their friendship in the film look real, because obviously if they fucking hated each other, it would be, the acting would have suffered.
Yeah.
But because they were good friends offset, it makes it very believable on film that these characters have been friends for a while.
Well, it's even the scene where Greg's trying to get him new clothes, and he talks about burning the one shirt that his mum got him. That says me and my mommy. You know, that's something a real kid would say. Your mum is trying to get you killed. We're gonna burn this one.
I mean, yeah.
It's the little things.
It really is.
And I think that's why it was a big of a success as it was as a book franchise and then as a film franchise, because it kept things very real. And I think it doesn't even
have any wild slapstick moments where Greg drives a speedboat through some person's house, like in The Long Haul.
Yeah, I have seen that clip. Well, it was in the trailer, so they fucking gave it all away.
Fucking chills every time I think about it.
Yeah.
I can't even look at the speedboat anymore.
So, yeah, the dynamic is very much based on Rowley and Greg's friendship throughout the film and building that up. And I think this franchise is better when it focuses even more on its family, which is what the next two films do. Roderick Rules being, well, about Roderick, obviously, and then...
Roderick... You know, there is that one scene in Roderick Rules that I remember that's just, like, super powerful.
Which one was that?
It's the one after, yeah, I don't remember what happens exactly to prompt Roderick saying it, but, like, him and Greg were, like, pretty chill for a while, and then something happened, and then Roderick's like, you may be my brother, but you'll never be my friend.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
I
and then he
remember.
leaves, and I was like, fuck, man. I wish I had a brother so he could say that to me.
No, you don't want that. No, yeah, I think the preceding films just tend to get even better. Even Dog Days, I reckon it's got so much merit behind it. Like, that one's all about...
I really don't remember Dog Days.
Yeah, I know, a lot of people just don't, and it is really good. I remember how good it was. It was about Greg and his dad and their relationship. And how, you know, it's camping at the end and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I remember the camping.
Yeah. But let's jump back to the first film. We're not talking about the other ones today. Yeah. We skipped over all the Halloween stuff.
We did.
I love when Roderick's giving the story and it's just over dramatic as hell. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, all of the stories that characters tell, like the cheese touch one as well.
They cooked them and then they ate them. And then how did the trees get there? Then they planted trees. Oh.
Scary shit, man.
It's fucking gold. But, like, that's just how obvious it is that Roderick's making it up as he goes along.
Yeah.
But then, as a kid, that's how you perceive, you know, your older brother telling you something like that. You know, like, it's like as a kid, you know, how you're told a lot of, like, you can get told stories and shit and kind of believe anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that when you've got someone that's older than you trying to tell you something. You're like, really? Was it that bad or scary? What the fuck? You just take their word for it. So it's great both being older watching it and when I was young watching it, because it works both ways.
You can appreciate it from both perspectives.
And then, danger, high voltage. I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Greg totally fucked up that guy's car with the whippersnipper.
Yeah, no, he fucking destroyed that man's purpose in life.
The only thing I don't understand is how the fuck these bullies just show up right at the end, at the right time, on the school grounds during school hours to get these specific kids. They're like, well, look who it is. It's like, what are you doing here?
They were probably stalking them.
Maybe. I mean, I know if some kids fucked my car, I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go into their school though with the amount of witnesses to their death.
Yeah, no, if you got to stalk them, get them on like the way home or.
Sorry, I just thought of another great line where, "Run, Greg, run! Let go, baby hippo." Fucking gold. I love Roderick.
Yeah. Yeah, the actor for Roderick is my favorite actor in the fucking film.
I think it's Devin Bostick.
Yeah, something like that.
Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
It's Devin Bostick, I reckon.
Bostick.
Yeah.
Yo, I think Frank is unreal. You know? Honey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get those teenagers this year, but I'm gonna go from the roof this time with buckets of water. It's just gold.
Yeah, no, and like that scene where he's like, "I'll have to go," and he checks the hand his watch isn't on.
Yeah. He's just great.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely love it. It was very fun.
Yeah, no, it's a really fun film.
I'm not sure if I would call it perfect. I mean, are there any problems with the film that we can really think of?
It ends.
It ends? Well, we've got two more.
We do have two more.
And again, I think they're only better and stronger because they focus more on the family dynamic instead of it being about Greg and his best friend.
Yeah, because a lot of films do that. Where it's about like the kids at school and stuff.
Yeah, but I do think the first entry is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no. It's a brilliant start to the series, and also if you haven't read the books, it holds up on its own, like it stands on its own two feet.
Yeah.
Which a lot of films based on books don't.
Yes.
What's a book to film adaptation springs to mind that didn't go well?
That didn't go well.
That's because you haven't read a book.
Batman v Superman. Or The Dark Knight Returns.
Fair.
So when it was it was The Dark Knight Returns, which is basically Batman v Superman, which they then adapted into the movie Batman v Superman. It didn't translate well.
It really didn't.
Although the actual animated films, The Dark Knight Returns, they're really good. So
I haven't watched the animated films.
DC
I remember I used to
rushes
watch the
it.
cartoon.
DC
With, like my camel.
Well, it's like, you've got the Marvel Cinematic Universe and they dominate the box office and all that. DC dominates in the animated film category big time. They've got so many good ones. There's so many I'd love to watch and talk about. Fucking oh, they're fantastic. Another time.
Yeah.
Is there anything with Diary of the Wimpy Kid we forgot to mention? I'm pretty sure there is heaps of stuff. I mean, Rowley's broken arm.
I don't know. You're the one with all the notes.
My notes aren't here. Yeah, well, Rowley broke his arm, but I don't think there's too much to really say on that.
Yeah, no, it's a consequence for Greg's actions.
I love the game they play. What a stupid fucking game. You ride
when they go down the hill.
Yeah, you ride the trike as fast as you can, and I'm going to try throw the ball into the front wheel. Fucking gold.
That sounds like some shit like a kid would come up with. Though.
It is. Such a good game. They just keep playing it. Can I throw the ball now? No, because you're better at riding it than I am, and I'm just better at throwing. Aww.
Yeah, no.
It all adds to it.
I remember there was a big hill near my grandparents' house, and like we used to ride down as fast as we can. And I remember once I just crashed into the wall at the bottom. It just fucking hurt, man. I still have the scars.
Yeah, you're horribly defigured.
The attempt of my life left me scarred and deformed.
Oh, fuck. So, I think that's about everything on the film that I could think of.
Yeah.
Susan does a good job. I don't think she has enough. Kind of.
You know, she's.
I mean, she does a great job at being a mum. She just.
Yeah.
Even like the mother-son dance, you know, she's encouraging Greg to go and talk to Rowley.
Exactly like she is in the books.
Yeah.
Which is good, because the books are good. So if it's like the books, that means it's good.
Is there anything else you can think of from the film we want to talk about or discuss? Because I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting. But we've got our thoughts out there that it's good.
I watched it at 3 a.m, so I can really remember the major plot beats.
Yeah, I watched it a couple of days prior to this, so that's why my memory isn't too flash.
You know, I was planning to watch a Friday night, but my internet was too slow, so I didn't manage to get it till last night.
Yeah. Before I go into some of the movie news that I have, what did you think of just how the channel progress is going at the moment with
your other reviews?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to get I just wanted to get your thoughts on 47 meters down and stuff. There's another one coming very soon as well, if my computer doesn't stop crashing, because there's a lot going on.
You know, when you messaged me saying have you seen the new review yet? I was expecting it to be a film I'd actually heard of, you reviewed Dark Knight or something.
Nah, it's too big for me just yet. Too big.
Maybe one day, maybe tomorrow you'll do it.
No, not tomorrow. I'm gonna wait until I've got enough experience under my belt. I'm gonna start learning Adobe After Effects and stuff, so things are gonna ramp up. If I do Star Wars films,
you actually have things appearing on the screen when you say they will.
Yes. Oh well, I did the whole video until that part, and then it's even while recording it, I'm going, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just giving myself so much work. Fuck that. So I got to leave it. But, I want to learn Adobe After Effects, so, if I'm reviewing Star Wars, I can have proper lightsabers and shit, and learn how to make some really cool stuff.
Yeah. That would be cash money.
That's why as much as I could just talk about great films very easily and some of my favorites, I really want to do a lot of them justice. It's that's why I've been tackling some more smaller scaled films rather than things like Joker. With something like Joker, I want to really do it justice and get into it and make it longer and I suppose harder for myself. But but it's
not supposed to be easy.
Well, with other reviews and things like that I've ever seen of my favourite films that end up taking the same amount of time as another regular film that I don't care about, I really want to hear someone's opinion in depth on exactly what they think about a particular film I like. And so I'm going to try and pick the more bigger and important ones and really dedicate the time to them. It's like you can dedicate 6 minutes of your life to talk about Balls of Fury, but it's a little bit more complex to dedicate just 6 minutes of your time to The Dark Knight. I really want to talk about some of the shit it's done, how it's changed the film industry fundamentally, and how, just everything, how it changed the comic book genre from being, what that film did. It was the first film in the comic book genre to show that it doesn't have to be campy, and Christopher Nolan went out with the mindset of, I'm going to make a crime thriller with Batman in it.
What about Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 touched on it with making it more a drama than a superhero film.
Spider-Man 2 is not campy at all.
It is campy. It's campy as fuck. I love it. But it's campy.
No, it is a serious film that is serious at all times. Spider-Man 3 is even more so.
I absolutely love the original Spider-Man trilogy, you know that, but they are campy. I have to take my nostalgia goggles off Okay, they are.
Nah, dude, I watched them like a month ago. I watch them all the time.
I do too. I don't love them any less.
The train scene in Spider-Man 2 is just like one of the best scenes in film history.
I absolutely fucking love it. The whole train sequence.
Like the fight scene with Doc Ock is super cool. Well, and then it goes to like the dramatic moment while he's trying to stop the train.
Well,
and then he's trying his best, and the train driver's like, "Got any more bright ideas?"
It's great. I love though. After watching that scene, I don't feel like there is anything else you could have done with the train in a fight sequence like that. What else could Spidey and Doc could have? What else could they have done on the train?
They fight on the side, they fight on the top, they fight inside it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they did everything but fight underneath it, which would have been epic.
I'm not sure Ock's arm's gonna save him that time.
Yeah, he just gets caught under the wheels and ripped apart.
Different ending for sure.
Different ending.
Yeah, he just never ended up finding Mary Jane and she starved.
Yeah. It's just like, well, fuck, how do I find Mary Jane now?
Nah, I get goosebumps, chills every time he's about to stop that train. Just something about Danny Elfman's score kicking in. Like when you have it really loud with surround sound.
And then once he's done it and he's about to just fall, and they save him. And it's like, oh my god. It's the best fucking Spider-Man film ever made. Yeah,
even when they carry him through the train, the whole... Like, every time I've ever seen someone talk about it, they always talk about the Jesus cinematography and how that kind of fucking puts them off. It doesn't bother me at all, eh? You know, it's very silent. No one talks about it.
Yeah, no. It's definitely less heavy-handed and more fitting than, like, Man of Steel.
Because, like, as a kid, I fucking never noticed it was Jesus imagery or anything.
Yeah.
I just... loved it. And I love that the people on the train are just so honest about the fact that, you know, you saved our fucking lives. I'm not going to tell shit to anybody about who you are. But I love to imagine Pete's just walked down the street and one of the people that were on the train just see him walking by and they know. Like, hey! And he's like, oh, hi. We've gone off the tracks a bit again. I wanted to talk about
talking about the train.
Yeah, so
that did not go off the tracks thanks to Spider-Man.
So, I've got some serious movie news, and then it kind of just gets funnier as it goes along.
Okay. All right.
So the first big bit of news, especially in the movie world, is well, let me just back up for a sec. The coronavirus is affecting everything. The Australian Grand Prix was just postponed or cancelled, sorry, with all the Formula 1 stuff.
Cancelled.
E3, all that. And, of course, it's affected the film industry as well. They've delayed heaps of films, postponed by health fears.
What films got delayed? I didn't hear about
that. So, James Bond's been pushed back. Mulan, which is a Disney one.
Everyone's heartbroken.
A Quiet Place 2. They're just among the many films that were hit by the pandemic. Fast and Furious 9, which is very upsetting. Which one? The New Mutants. That film has just been in development hell for like 5 years. I feel bad. But even like next Netflix films been pushed back. So the delays apparently are losing Hollywood billions with the B, because you've got all this marketing and stuff that's all set up, and then everything goes to shit. But I'm very upset that Fast and Furious 9 is not coming to me sooner than I'd like.
Yes.
So,
and also Tom Hanks has corona.
Yeah, apparently. He's doing alright. So there's just been an overabundance of the coronavirus in news in general everywhere. So when looking for movie news, there's not really much else. So I just found some headlines to some articles somewhat related to the coronavirus that are absolutely hilarious.
All right, let's see them.
I've only got two, but they're really good. So the first one is James Gunn releases his quarantine and chill movie recommendations.
Well, I have to know now.
You have to. I can find them. I'll keep reading the article.
What are the chill movie recommendations?
So his tweet was 10 great movies you likely haven't seen to stream while you self-quarantine. It's important for the health of our world to practice social distancing as much as possible. In the service of you doing this, and in the hopes you will, I've come up with this list. #quarantine and chill.
Hell yeah. That's epic.
I've clicked his link. I'm going straight to Twitter now. I'm going to see what the top 10 is. So I think a lot of people are just kind of coming up with their own fucking quarantine and chill movies. So that's nothing super fun. But I just thought that the headline of James Gunn releases his quarantine and chill movie recommendations. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I love this one as well. Okay. Self-quarantined? ? Here are 5 pandemic movies where we ultimately beat the virus. Which paints... It's written in and looks in such a way... It's just painted as if we're not going to make it out of this virus at all. Self-quarantined?
Yeah,
Here are 5 pandemic movies where we ultimately beat the virus.
I mean, when I'm having coughing fits every 12 minutes, the movie I want to watch is I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Yeah. I need to send you a photo. Oh, I can't. Okay, hang on. I need you to bear with me. Alright. Take a look at the article.
Alright. I haven't received it yet. Have you sent it to me? Okay, yeah, there it is. Hell yeah.
When I'm self-quarantined and have coughing fits, I like to watch I Am Legend. Well, would you look at that? And you know what I think's funnier? I don't think they ultimately beat the virus. Really? I mean, this looks like the virus won a few times over before them starting to recover some of whatever's left.
Yeah, have you watched I Am Legend?
Yes, I have. I do like it.
I like the scene where they watch Shrek.
You just love Shrek. You've been into it
Shrek's so
lately.
Good. Shrek is so good. I watched it like a week ago.
Man.
The first 2. I watch them all the time. I love those films.
Oh my god. Alright, I just want to read the couple paragraphs they got on I Am Legend here. This is when things have deteriorated past the point of no return. With the obligatory OMG moments that often precede scenes of panic in the streets, just about every virus movie is a candidate in this category. But sometimes...
Is I Am Legend in that list?
Yeah.
Oh my... That beat the vibe.
Yes, that's why I sent you. That is the cover of the article.
I thought that was what you went into MSP. I was like, wow, he whipped that up real quick.
No, I just screenshotted it and cropped it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm reading what they've written on I Am Legend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll start again with the context now.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were just talking about a random one.
No, it's like number 1 on the list. This is when things have deteriorated past the point of no return. Keep in mind, where we ultimately beat the virus. With the obligatory oh my god moments, what's OMG in quotes, moments that precede scenes of panic in the streets. Just about every virus movie has a candidate in this category. But sometimes, the best way to appreciate all the mass hysteria is to zoom in on the personal drama of a single good tragedy. And for our money, nothing's harder to sit through than watching US Army virologist Robert Neville...
Virologist. Somebody studies viruses.
Will Smith choking his own dog in I Am Legend. In brackets, bear with us, the optimism is coming.
Sure it is.
The ones where the virus is ultimately beaten. Will Smith choking his own dog, and things have deteriorated past a point of no return. They're not making a good case for themselves.
Like, in a virus movie, I consider the win condition to be curing the virus and more than, like, 12 people being alive.
Yeah. I just want to keep reading what they've written here.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Sure, shows like The Walking Dead have all but inured us to mercy killings that involve infected people, but seeing Sam, Neville's loyal German Shepherd companion, go out like Old Yeller, well, it hit us in places we never thought a pandemic movie could.
More like Old Heller.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, it's an unparalleled loss, and it makes our eyes sting. But that just makes it all the sweeter and more poignant when Anna, Alice Braga, and Ethan, Charlie Tahan, finally make it to the survivors' camp and hand over the cure. So, raise a paw for Neville and for Sam, a good doggo who got a raw deal. You'll always be remembered, buddy. 3 dots. You definitely didn't die in vain.
That got cringe.
I really want to question this journalist's fucking writing capabilities here.
I mean, they are journalists.
Raise a paw for Neville and Sam, a good doggo. Doggo. He used doggo. Who got a raw deal. You'll always be remembered, buddy. And you definitely didn't die in vain. Then, biggest twist moment. Neville risks it all by ploughing his SUV through waves of dark seekers, only to end up stranded, upside down, and face to face with one at the edge of a pier. The day is saved. Neville makes the ultimate sacrifice, dying in a grenade explosion. He sets so that Anna and Ethan can escape the Darkseekers. Available on Amazon Prime. He just spoiled the whole fucking movie. Why would you want to watch it? This is so much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, why do they just have... I just found the audit. I just found the article. They literally have a thing that says, "This is the biggest twist in the film," and then
biggest twist moment, and the day is saved. Man, this is just—it's the same thing for every film. It just spoils all of them, and then says, "Now available on Amazon Prime."
Yeah, no. I actually like the movie I want to watch when I'm self-quarantined is World War Z with Brad Pitt. Because that will give me hope that one day I'll drink a Pepsi vigorously again.
After you are horribly deformed after going down the hill.
Yes.
I know what I really want to watch when I'm dying is to amplify the pain by watching Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh my god.
That shit hurts. And then you realize it isn't so bad, the virus.
Yeah. You realize you were never actually infected. And you go out and get yourself infected.
Yep. Did you know there's 4 of those films?
I did. There is Alvin and Chipmunks, The Squeakquel,
and
Chipwrecked, and Road Chip.
Jesus Christ.
All cinematic masterpieces. Our topic for next week.
No. I had something special in mind for next week. I'm unbelievably excited to watch Six-Headed Shark Attack.
Oh, fuck yes. The shark that can smell 6 drops of blood in 1 million drops of water.
So fucking stupid. Oh fuck! For references to that, just go to the comments on the 47 meters down. That was such a good comment section. Fucking hell. Yeah, I only found out about it. I went to Google to get a poster for the three-headed shark attack. I've already seen two-headed shark attack and three-headed shark attack in my own time prior to starting a YouTube channel.
Dude. If you search 47 meters down on YouTube, your video is like the 4th result.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least for me, it's right behind the trailers. Wait.
It shouldn't be.
Is there Dude, apparently there's one called 47 meters down Uncaged that came out in 2019.
Yeah, it is. And can I tell you a scene that happens in that film?
Sure.
There is a scene where a fish is swimming along, turns and looks at the camera, and screams.
This sounds awesome.
I can't talk about the sequel without talking about the first one.
You did talk about the first one, though.
Yeah. And,
So, because you don't put spoilers in your reviews, I am obviously it's a shark movie, so I want to know what the kills are in the film, which you didn't say in the video, and you said that's super lame, but I still want to hear them.
So there's one moment where this woman's swimming, and she sent one of the divers down. The boat where the cage snapped off of. There's a whole crew up there. They've sent one of the Mexican divers down there.
Of course.
One of the women, she's out of the cage. She turns around and sees him for a second, just before he's snatched. It's all like 1 inch away from your face, so it's like a real quick blur, and that's the only kill in the film.
Yeah, no, because when I was watching it, I was like, isn't there like 2 characters?
Yeah.
And because it's a film, like,
2 sisters.
One of them kind of has to survive. I mean, there are some films that kill off everyone. That's just
because you don't give 2 shits, you probably won't see the film. I'll talk about the whole twist ending thing I was talking about.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna ask about that.
Yeah. So, with that, the very conventional way it would end is that they get out of the cage and they make it to the surface and then they fucking survive and stuff. So very briefly, it's mentioned earlier that something about it's the type of, like, with the oxygen tanks, you can get like a type of sickness with them. They can make you hallucinate and crap. So like switching out tanks and stuff, you don't want to be really low on oxygen, and like,
yeah,
basically it makes you hallucinate. And one of the sisters appears to have been taken by a shark. Like, she's just getting real close to the cage and getting back to safety, and then a shark kinda clips her or something, and then okay, I gotta go back a little bit because there's so much I gotta explain with it. Alright, one point, they've got another hook down, it's gonna lift the cage up. They're both in the cage, they're happy, it's lifting up, they get to about 30 meters, it snaps, the cage comes back down, and when it lands on one of the sister's legs, so she's pinned down in the cage. The other sister
awesome.
Swims out, goes and does a bunch of things. On her way back, gets taken by a shark, or bitten or attacked at least, just outside of the cage, and then she's gone off screen. So then the 2 sisters all of a sudden start communicating again after a little bit. She's like, "Oh my god, you're alive, sis, that's great." And then
like on a radio?
Sorry?
On a radio or something? How are they communicating?
I don't know. It's funnier in Uncaged, the second one, because they wear just these face masks, like, that you can see their face clearly, but their ears are completely exposed to water the whole film, and they're talking to each other just fine. It's fucking god. I can't wait to watch the second one.
Haven't you already? You sound like you know it quite well.
No, I know it quite well, but I haven't got to see it yet. I can't wait.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
I've never even heard of these films. So they got a theatrical release?
Yeah, so the first one was supposed to be direct to video, but then at the last second got a theatrical release, and then it just happened to make enough money for them to greenlight a sequel to a movie that was supposed to be direct to video, and it's one of those ones that's so bad it's funny, the second one, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds definitely exciting.
So the two sisters start communicating back and forth. The one trapped in the cage musters like a way to dig all the rocks and stuff underneath her leg and like wedges the cage up enough to get her leg free. Gets to a spare oxygen tank just in time to change them so now she can breathe and stuff. She then basically goes out, gets to her sister and stuff. Then they've got to slowly come back up to the surface, but not too quick because of the air pressure, like equalizing.
No, I know.
And so there's a couple close encounters with the sharks, but they're getting up to the surface. You have a flare with them, which is keeping the sharks away. But then it goes out for a second, and they're trying to get out another one. So it's pitch black. They light the flare, and then the sharks are right there next to them, mouths open. They swim away. That looked all right. And then they get to the surface. They're kind of getting nipped and tacked here and there by the sharks a little bit. Like, as I said in the review, they just fucking suck at being sharks. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
They get right to the boat. They lift it up or whatever. One of the girls just gets bitten on like the waist and like pulled back down into the water again. And then
Sucks for her.
Then she swims up again and she's getting out of the boat. They both get taken out of the water. It's like, holy fuck, that was an intense half an hour. Like it's a big chunk of the movie. It's like, fucking hell, that was insane. They get out, they're both on the boat, and then they're both pretty fucked. They're bleeding, they need medical attention, and they're like, this is, crazy that you got here and stuff. And then after like 5 minutes of them being up there, like laying on the boat, choking on water and like fucking being half there and whatnot, there's a twist, and she starts giggling and stuff like that, out of control a little bit, and everything's kind of blurry. And then what it does is it jumps all the way back to the cage, and she's still inside of the cage and never left it, and she's just been hallucinating the whole time. And she's just been having the hallucination sickness or whatever, and her leg's still stuck under the cage. And it's like, holy fuck.
That's a pretty downer ending.
Yeah. Well, I reckon it was awesome. It was like, holy fuck. It wasn't a conventional ending. This is fucking crazy. Her sister really did die.
It kind of goes back to how you expect.
Yeah, well, I'm getting to that. She's just sitting there giggling as like the camera's panning away, and it's like, whoa, that's fucking dark. Her sister really is dead, and she's just gonna fucking die there. And I thought, that's wicked. And I said in the review, I really wish it kept to its guns, but it doesn't, because all of a sudden, a bunch of lifeguards from like the Coast Guard, they're all swimming down to the cage and they're gonna save her, and they get her out or whatever.
I'm just imagining her being like, oh, damn it, how am I gonna get out? How am I gonna back to the boat? And she sees David Hasselhoff running along the surface of the ocean floor.
No, he's just like, speedboating across the surface. It'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah. I can get you there.
Sorry. It's like got this cool twist, and then at the last second, as I said in the review, it kinda wants to turn back to, but there is a happy ending. I reckon if it just kept to its guns and just kept with this really dark, no one gets really out of this. Cool. And it was...
That is a pretty fucked situation.
They play the long haul on the fucking, no pun intended with Wimpy Kid shit, but they play the long haul with the on the twist ending. They dedicate a good fourth of the film. You're like, okay, this is what's happening, and like everything's happening in spectacular fashion. They both make it out, and the film does all right at building some serious tension. That's when it's best, when the sharks aren't there and it's just kind of very quiet. Sorry, it's watchable. It's like what I said in the review. It's alright if you just watch it on Netflix and you're bored and want a couple of thrills. And the only reason I didn't recommend it higher is because they didn't keep to that second ending. That would have made it so much whoa. But it's like, nah, they're alright. The lifeguard's coming to get them. They're all fine. Well, the sister is dead still, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. That's epic, at least.
I do know the second film's got none of the same cast in it. I'm pretty sure. It's all, like a new cast. And because the sharks were so bad in the first film, the sharks in the second film, they're all blind. As an excuse for them to miss all the time.
Why are they all blind?
I don't know yet.
A radioactive leak.
I don't know why they're all blind yet, but I'm sure it'll be on the list of things to say.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
Sharks won't be able to see, but yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell. It was okay. It was alright. Maybe what did I give the film again? I think I gave it a 4.
Gave it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, that's really low.
No, it's slightly below average. It gets that just because of the ending. It's like it's built all this up, done this twist that was pretty impressive and unexpected, and then it's like, oh, nah, you know what? We're gonna do the double twist again, and it's gonna be fine. They don't give any. It just kind of ends with the Coast Guard, like 12 dudes, all swimming right down to the cage and just opening it and kind of getting her out, and that's it. We don't get her on the surface, I don't think, or anything. Just ends like that. Yeah. It's like, well, it would have been cooler if she was just quietly giggling to herself and it just kind of kept panning away and got darker and darker. Like, that would have been wicked.
As you just see the sharks, like, approaching.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool too. But it just would have been scarier. I don't know. But but that's why I said in the review it's unpredictable, but it's not without.
It's established.
Yeah, it's established. They did allude to that fact a couple times earlier in the film. Yeah. But I didn't pick up enough on it to pick up that there'd be a twist with it at all. And it was really good. But then they did the double twist and that really killed it. It's as I said, it's not hard. You could watch it on Netflix if you're bored, if you want to watch a shark movie or something.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I might check it out. It seemed like it would have been better with the twist ending.
Well, that's why it had potential. God, it could have been good.
If it had that ending, what would you have rated it?
I probably would have given it a 5, 6. Only because the characters are so fucking boring. They're unbelievably a pain in the ass. You want everyone to die. God, it's just... and that's what Hollywood fails to realize, is that after the success of Jaws, everything's been like, shark movie. It's all about the shark. It's not about the shark. It's about the 3 men on the boat. That's what it was about. Yeah, and you can't recreate that.
Alright, imagine this. 47 meters down, right? But instead of 2 sisters, it's 2 brothers. And it's Greg and Roderick Heffler.
No, Rowley. I don't want to be here anymore, Greg. Just be cool, alright, Rowley? Be cool.
But which one of them is the one that's trapped? Be Rowley, right? That fat piece of shit. Getting his leg trapped. What a loser.
Okay, alright. So I think that's going to wrap up most of today. But next week will be the 10th podcast, and I wanted to do something special for it. And I was thinking we talk about Taxi Driver.
Ooh. That sounds kind of epic. I'm happy to do it.
Have maybe another 2-hour discussion on Taxi Driver and really talk about it properly. And we'll have the heads up for everybody now.
Audience, watch Taxi Driver.
Go watch Taxi Driver with us.
I'm spoiling that.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about everything, so go out and watch it, and then join us next week.
Yes.
Because it'll be a lot of fun.
Will be fun. That will be epic. I didn't know it was 100th podcast. I haven't been keeping track.
No, 10th, not 100th. Did I say 100th? No, I said 10th. It's a fucking 10th. It's nowhere near 100. Fucking hell.
I mean, it's a 10th of 100.
Okay, alright, that's enough. These usually end with a Raid Shadow Legends fake sponsorship, but I'm kind of glad this one isn't. For a change.
Okay, I have to mention that. Raid Shadow Legends put on their Twitter, we do not do sponsorships with YouTubers.
What?
They actually, I'll see if I can find a screenshot on my phone, I'll send it to you, but they tweeted that they do not do sponsorships.
But that's
which is
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's, they said, hi, they like responding to somebody, they said, hi there, we do not sponsor, we cooperate only with those YouTubers who play our game and want to be our influencers. We do not pay money for it.
Well, that's just fucking stupid.
That is just a complete and bold-faced lie. They would have to have deleted that off their Twitter by now.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's like illegal. Lying about sponsorships. They can get a lot of trouble for that.
Thank you everybody again for joining us, and we'll see you next week when we talk about Taxi Driver.
Yes, I'll actually watch the film this time instead of bluffing my way through it.
Yeah. What?